and welcome to Devetta's Kitchen to yours. Today we're going to make a seafood dish with a DA salsa, and it's only going to take 11 ingredients. And as you can see, we have our peppers, red and orange. We have a red onion. We have a poblano chili. Of course, we have our whiting fish and butter for the fish. You have rice, salt and pepper, and a bay leaf. Now let's see about cooking this dish. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and get the rice started. So basically I'm going to pour the rice in a saucepan, and then you can do two things as far as the rice is concerned. You can either use chicken stock, veal stock, or just vegetable stock. Any type of stock that you want to use. For right now I'm going to use water. And what I want you to do is go ahead and fill it up. And a good way of testing it is taking this finger and sticking it down in there so that it'll only reach to like the first level of your finger. Okay, the next thing we're going to do in order to give the rice flavor, we're going to use bay leaves. So I always like to use about 3 bay leaves. And we're just going to put it in here. The next thing I'm going to do is, I've already got my oven on. I like to cook at 375, but of course you can cook it at 350, which is pretty much the normal temp. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in the oven. And I'd say let it cook probably until the rice has covered the water, and it's going to be nice and flaky once you pull it out of the oven. Let's look at it about probably 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes at best. And then we'll go back and we'll eyeball it and we'll see how it's doing. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and fix the DA salsa, which is very simple. The only thing you're going to need, we're going to start with our peppers. And remember, we've got the poblano peppers here. We've got the red peppers here. We've got the orange, and we've got, of course, the onions. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the pan. In the bowl. Now the last thing we're going to add is the pineapples. I'm going to go ahead and stir this and mix it together. And already you can see those beautiful vibrant colors there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the pineapples in. And actually when you're making the DA salsa, the only thing you really have to do is, it's always good to let it sit overnight, and so the juices and all the peppers and everything can marry together. But the colors are so vibrant and beautiful. Now that we've completed that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and let it set for a good 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, the second process to our fish dish, we've got the rice taken care of. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and sear the fish. As you can see, I like a nice hot pan, and the only thing we're going to use is butter. You can tell that the pan is nice and hot. Okay, the next thing, the only thing we're going to do is we're just going to salt the fish on both sides. And I always like to put it in the, sprinkle the butter around a little bit. And I also like for my butter to be like a brown butter. So we're going to put the fish in the pot face side down. And I'm going to go ahead and salt it on the other side as well. And we're going to let that cook for just a few minutes, and then I'm going to turn it over. I've already turned the fish over, and it's exactly the way I want it. As you can see, I've got a nice brown sear on it. And for me, it's great when the fish holds together And I would always suggest that with whiting fish. There is a bonus to making this dish, and I'm going to make for you a salsa verde cream sauce to go on top of your fish. It's going to fit really perfectly with the DA salsa. So the first thing we need to do is we are going to add our salsa verde. You can go to any grocery store or even make it yourself if you like. I'm just trying to do a quick version of it for you. Now the only thing you need to do is just let this warm. Keep your heat on low. I'm going to go ahead and pour the cream in here. Now, we're going to stir it, and you're still going to have like a pale green color to it. I'm going to turn the eye up just a little bit and get that nice and hot. And we're going to go ahead and add a little salt. And some pepper. Now while that's heating up, let's go ahead and take a look at the rice. It should be ready about now. Oh, perfect. Look at it and see how nice and flaky it is. For me, this is the best way to cook rice. And you don't have to worry about overcooking it or undercooking it. Just put it in the stove, fill it up with water, and you're good to go for at least 20 to 30 minutes. Again, thank you for joining me from Devetta's Kitchen to yours. And I hope you'll make this recipe. My goodness. This fish is delicious. And with the salsa verde cream sauce, it only adds more flavor to it. And then, of course, you've got your rice as a background filler. Again, thank you for joining me. Bon appetit. If you'd like this recipe, you can email to dogcookingnetwork@gmail.com. The name of the recipe is Seared Whiting with a PK Salsa. Again, this is Devetta, and thank you for joining us for this segment. Have a wonderful day.